Shalom and welcome to the Mitzvah Torah. This year is entitled, Why are many of our holy brothers risking their lives and the lives of others during this corona crisis? We know, unfortunately, some horrible scenes, police encountering some of our brothers. And I don't want to say Haredim because Haredim, Baruch Hashem, are doing well and keeping the rules with everyone else in the country, but there are some extremists who are not. So the best word is extremists, not a specific group. I'm not talking about this group, that group, just extremists who the police have to keep somehow trying to get to keep the rules, and to the point that some cities are just closed up certain areas. You can't go in and out because there's no controlling certain specific extremists. How does that happen? There's a little bit of a hint from the Haftorah. Pashas Tazria, when it's not double, it's not Rosh Chodesh, there's a Haftorah. Naaman, the general of Aram, has tzara, which we translate leprosy is not the right, but we'll just use that term. Someone says, you should know the Jews, have they have a cure for leprosy? He sends a message to the Jews. The king Yoram says, what? He's just looking for pretense to kill us. Elisha the Navi hears about this and says, send him over to me, I'll take care of him. And Elisha tells him, he sends a message out to him, go jump in the lake 7 times, and the Kinneret 7 times, but the Aldein 7 times, go jump. He says, what? What kind of ridiculous thing is this? And he was going to go ahead and just leave and not follow the advice. And the one who's with him says, what? Why not? It could save your life. He would have asked you to do something crazy, you would have done it. Now he asks you to do this, do it. Okay, fine, he did, and he was all cured, and he becomes a believer. Rav Henoch Leibowitz says, wait a second, the instinct of survival is one of the most powerful instincts we have. You have so many people who are so miserable in life, and the elderly, it's horrible, and complaining and this and that. Suicide is a tiny, tiny, tiny percentage. Why? Balance out. If you're a religious person, you have God, you have halacha. You don't have religion, you're not Jewish, and you don't have God in your life. So life more fun or less fun and productive. But suicide's not an option for the majority of people. Of course, there's an instinct to survive, and that's it. Happy or not, miserable, doesn't matter. So if Henoch says, Naaman, where's his instinct of survival? He should want to live and survive no matter what. But he says, what happened over here? Well, some Mepharshim say he was insulted by the way, not only by the method, by the whole way he spoke to him. Elisha should have come out, give him the royal treatment, bow down to him, give him the honor. And he didn't do that. So his ego was bruised. So once his ego was bruised, he went ahead and somehow convinced himself he doesn't have the cure. He doesn't know what this is all about. And I guess I'll just die, or I'll find another solution. I don't know what's going to happen to me. And the tzaras was very, very severe. Limbs were falling off. Crazy stuff were going on. So Henoch says, look what happens when you have a bias. Your kavod, your ego somehow threw you off. It will even overcome your instinct of survival. We're delicate creatures. So over here we have brothers, extremists, no specific group. Cannot stress that or not. So the extremists from whatever group they're from, or different groups, where there's so much going on. Anti-medicine, anti-science, anti-Zionists, conspiracy theory about design, whatever it is, you have all these things going on. What's that going to do to the desire to survive and live? Someone convince themselves that they're all wrong. The Zionists are wrong. The doctors are wrong. Anyone who's part of the Zionist enterprise is wrong. Yeah, that could happen. That could happen. We can become so biased that we just don't go ahead and see the evidence. And in addition to all these bias factors, there's another one. Hashem Yazor, Hashem will save me. My Lord is going to save me. My dad is going to save me. Another part of the philosophy. So you can have all these factors come together and take the basic idea of surviving and using your mind to see how am I going to survive. That could be wiped out because of just a half a dozen bias factors. It's very sad for these people and sad for everyone that they end up hurting. and it could just be a snowball effect. I pray to Hashem. Hashem should give all of Klal Yisrael chachma, bina, dat, knowledge to see a situation clear, remove the dross that just clouds our holy brothers' thinking, dross that might cloud our thinking in different areas, and be able to fulfill. Hashem should answer that first request in Shemona Esrei and give us chachma, bina, dat, true understanding, insight, and wisdom. Shalom.